Hey guys, hey, welcome to my channel. It's Mousy, the ultimate SL clout chaser, and my project is done, guys. It is done. This is the NYC Bodega multi-family unit that comes along with the usable finished basement. And I've showed it a couple times in a few of my past videos over the last few weeks, or 2 weeks, I should say. And yeah, it's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. I'm very excited about this. I'm going to give a tour of it. It's now on Marketplace. I'm going to put the listing on Marketplace, and I wanted to create a video that I can add to the Marketplace listing. And I was like, why not just post it to my channel as well as a marketing tool? Going forward, I also want to add that I'll let you guys know, within 30 days or so how the sales are going. Today's 4/25, so maybe I'll post an update on June 1st, letting you know what my marketing techniques have been, if this build is actually selling, and what marketing techniques I think has worked the best. So this YouTube video will be one of them. I've paid for enhanced listing. Let me actually just check really quick off screen what I've paid for, or actually maybe I'll do it on screen with you guys so that you can see it. So this is not the listing. Let's just go to something like maybe I can edit, and then we'll find our way back to my page. So let's do that. When you look at your marketplace in World, it takes a little bit longer to load. So let's do that. So we will go to my store. I think that'll be the best way to handle this. We'll go to my store. I have it posted. It's 1,999 Linden. I selected this price because I just thought to myself, it does have 2 apartment units, 3 if you're counting the basement, and I'll just let you know what I've paid for because they're listing enhancements here. So I paid $7.99, and it's set up for every 7 days. It's going to be featured on the homepage, and I featured this item at the Zero Linden checkout cart ad page for $269. I don't know how useful that'll be, but that's what I've done. So let's just update that. Right, those are my gotchas, and I threw it in my gotcha store because I don't actually have a store. I'm not like really a creator like that, but I just wanted to create this build because it's something I want to own in real life. The retail space is optional. It could be a real estate space or any other type of store. A bodega seems like it would be easier to rent out. I do want a multi-family house in real life, something that I can live in and maybe pay nominal rent or mortgage on while the tenants help pay it. So that's that. That's what sorry guys. That's what the building looks like from the outside, and I'll just circle around it. Okay. And this is the back of the building. I really love the texture on the fire escape. I like the outside of it. I think it's an ode to real life. I think that looks really good. And this is what the unit looks like. You can stretch the unit. So right now it's 182 sims. You can stretch it out to make it a little bit bigger, right? If you needed more space. And so right now this is at 190, and we'll see what it looks like inside based on 190. So before we go into the bodega, let me just show you something that I'm working on now, or actually Mac is working on. He's helping me with. So basically what we have here is the cash register area, and it's behind glass, and we have like candy down here, lottery tickets. I feel like Mac has shown this on my channel, one of our SL date ideas when we were talking about creating, a little mini pharmacy here, some cigarettes, backwoods, condoms, batteries, gum, chapsticks, things like that. So Mac is working on this. We're going to put a sandwich counter here, or I should say he's going to, and maybe shelves with chips and things like that. We'll change the names of those. Some of these items have been created by him. Some of these items, they're just ideas, like we've just purchased or grabbed it out of our inventory so that people can see. Just so that we can see and get an idea of what we wanted to do. So this is what the bodega looks like. Just to give you an idea, if you're not good with just open spaces, what could potentially be done with this space. So this back wall here is going to be all fridges, and I imagine it's going to be like beer in 2 fridges, water, seltzer, milk, juices, so on and so forth. That'll be there. The middle aisle will have tons of shelves with dry goods like pasta sauce, potato chips. I'm just trying to think. detergent, maybe Pine Sol and things like that to clean your floors, mac and cheese, ramen, things like that. Here will probably be the cash register and the sandwich counter where you can order like chopped cheeses, honey turkey sandwiches, lettuce, tomatoes, oil and vinegar, salt and pepper, lettuce, tomato, onion, depending on how you like your sandwiches. And there's going to be maybe a little bit a line of produce here: apples, onions, avocados, plantains typically is what's sold in a bodega. And then there is cheese and deli meats in the fridge behind the sandwich counter, and there's a grill usually behind the sandwich counter because people also order like grilled cheese sandwiches, eggs, egg chance sandwich in the morning, egg and cheese, bacon, egg and cheese, you guys know that, and different kinds of things like that. So this is the bodega area, and that's definitely ode to New York City. So we'll have that there, a corner store. I'm not sure if their corner store is where you guys are. So yeah, that's that. So that'll be the bodega part of it. And I kind of showed you what my idea was, like we kind of talked it through and what the idea was to have in the store. We kind of looked at that over here. Okay, so the reason I've raised this is because this part is the basement area, and this is going to be the usable basement, right? You're going to have to terraform your land to dig underneath, and that way you can lower the building so that it's at ground level here, but you have access to the basement space. If I do it on my platform, we won't be able to enter the basement, so I'm going to have to lift it a little bit. All right, so the next step, let's tour the basement really quick, guys. Some of you have already done this already with me, so let's get in really close and then stop flying. All right, so here we are on the ledge, and we're just going to get in through the entranceway here, and this is what the entrance looks like. It has two staircases, one going up and one going down. So you'll walk down. This is where the basement is. There's no door here, so in my head I'm thinking that this could be a storage area, or it can be a part of a larger studio apartment. You just have to add a wall and a door here. I could potentially add that in the future and then redeliver it for those who've purchased this item. Then this can be a studio apartment on its own, right? Because it's certainly big enough to do that. You can put a full-size queen-size bed in here, a kitchenette, small couch and a bed, and then maybe a divider here and create a bathroom for yourself. It's a lot of open space, so you can kind of figure out how you want to set that up, but that's what that looks like. And let me just pan around so that you can see it. I do think it's a generous amount of space for this build. Okay, let's walk out now. And you've already seen this portion of it. Okay, like let's head upstairs. The second floor and the third floor apartments basically have the same layout, so we only need to go into one. We'll only go into one for now. This is the second floor. That's what this looks like, the second floor. This is the view to the entranceway, and this is the view to the apartment if you're on kind of like the middle landing of the stairs. And this is the second floor apartment. So the second floor apartment is here. This door leads to the living room slash kitchen slash nook, whether you want to use it as an office or additional bedroom. We'll talk about that more when we get there. So it's 2-bedroom apartment, and this is 1 bedroom here. The bedrooms aren't super large. It's supposed to represent a New York City apartment, of course, so you know the apartments are not that big. So here's one of the bedrooms. That's what that looks like. All right, and then here is another bedroom. You can definitely see out the windows. You can see my rares and spares store. And I'll close the doors. So that's the size of it. It's like a small bedroom. Okay. And then we'll go into the living room, check out the bathroom and the nook. So this is what this looks like. So this will be the kitchen, living room area. New York City apartments are not that big, guys. And then here's a nook here, reading nook, office nook, whatever you want. And here is the bathroom. So that's the bathroom here. And the windows at the fire escape. If there's a fire, just make sure to grab a towel. Don't leave naked. Okay, so that's what that looks like. And I think that's a pretty generous size for what this is. Okay. This is the 3rd floor. We're on our way there now. That's what it looks like. There is a hatch which gives you roof access. What my goal was to do here is I wanted to make this ladder interactive so that folks can climb up the ladder and then access the roof and just hang out there, like maybe drink beers, look at the stars, because that does happen in New York. Like people hang out in their roof. We don't have a lot of outdoor space. So people tend to use their roof as an outdoor space, especially if you live in a building and then it's a shared space, right? And some fancier buildings use this as an amenity and they amenity, right? And they really build it out and they might put a barbecue up there. They may put some type of gazebo, something with a shading something with a shading area, but we don't have that here because this is more of a borough apartment building, like in the Bronx, Brooklyn, something like that. All right, the 3rd floor, this is the 3rd floor unit. It has the same exact textures, same exact layout, so there's no need to look at that. I guess we'll look at the window from the 3rd floor. We could do that. Okay, and you know, you can see out the windows and you could see me too. So there's that. And I will show you all around. So this is what the bodega looks like from the outside, and we will lower it again. Okay. And that's the New York City apartment building. If you guys like it, I'll put the marketplace listing. You can go ahead and grab it. This is a very niche product, so I don't imagine that it'll be flying off the shelves or anything like that. But if you're into urban role play, you can definitely buy this for a sim, especially if it's a New York City sim. Be sure to share, tell your friends, let people know about it. I hired a mesher to create this because I am not a meshing expert at all by any means. This is what the roof looks like too, guys, by the way. I hired a meshing expert. I wanted to sell this unit with the UV maps and things like that. Let me just go into my face here to zoom in. I wanted to sell this unit with like the UV maps and the AO maps so that people can retexture it themselves. But then other creators said to me, Mouse, it's not a good idea because what's going to happen is that it could be potentially copy botted and then you just gave all the keys to your kingdom out. So you don't really want to do that. So I guess I won't do that. I kind of wanted to do that. I wanted people to have the option to really customize this building because that's one of the things I hate least about builds is that you're kind of stuck with whatever the creator chose. But I'll think about it a little more. If there's a safer way to do that, I'll definitely do that. Right now, I'm setting the price at $1,999. I do think it's a fair price because it's 3 living spaces or 2 living spaces, a retail space, and whatever you want to do with the basement. The prims are reasonable. It's between 162, 180, 190 prims. You saw me stretch it out. So if you make it a little bit smaller, it'll use less prims without really without really impacting the quality of the build. And yeah, I'll tell you a few challenges that I had with the build. The build did take 52 days. My mesher is actually a really great mesher. I recommend him. I'm going to actually put his name down below. If you guys are looking for someone who's reasonably priced for a mesh project to build, I would definitely add him on. I would definitely take him on, look at some of his other work. He's built museums. He asked me joking around, like, what else would you like to build? And I said a zoo. Like the Bronx Zoo is one of the most popular zoos in New York City, and it's huge and it's amazing, and it has a lot of great features and exhibits like the butterfly garden, and it has a carousel and a place just for the apes and giraffes and just tons of playgrounds for the kids. I would love to build that if I could. He was like, send me some pictures and I'll see if I could do it. So like, these are some of the things that I would love to bring to life in SL, but I just wanted to try my hand at this project and see if it worked. And I just love the way that it turned out. By Mesher is not a texturer, but he did his best in terms of texturing, and I'm kind of pleased with it. I do like the details, like the sunlight streaming through the windows. I definitely like that. So if this is something that interests you, I would definitely seek him out. If you have any questions on kind of getting your own mesh project created and you're not a mesher or a texturer or anything like that, let me know. In the future, if I update this project where I make the fire escape usable, I mean, you could stand on the fire escape, but you can't walk up and down it, like from the third floor all the way to the ground floor and use the hatch. My scripter said she can do it, but it's just going to take her some time, like, because she's swamped with projects. She works with bigger creators. And if I do that, I'll just redeliver the project. If I add the Bodega add-ons, if I decide not to sell it separately and add it to the build, I'll redeliver as well to everyone, or you can redeliver yourself. I'll let you know here on this channel. But guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. If you're a scripter and you can actually do the project that I'm looking for relatively easy and affordably, let me know. I'll definitely consider that. Or even if you're a really good texturer and you have some ideas on texture, let me know that as well. But thanks a lot, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I just wanted to share where I was at with this project, and it's finally done. It's finally done. I think the hardest part of the project, besides waiting for it to be done and all the revisions and things like that, and by the way, I had unlimited revisions. It did not impact the price. So I just want to say that. So shout out to Wilson for that. If you have any ideas on price, texture, so on and so forth, let me know. If you're a scripter and you want to be hired because you think that you can script some of the things I want. I also wanted gestures, like, so these windows open and you could scream out the window, like Matt gave me an idea of like a "come into America" phase, a phrase that could be created as a gesture and used when someone opened the window. I thought that was a great idea. So if you're a scripter and you think you can do that, just definitely be sure to hit me up in World. I'd be more than open to you know, enhancing the build a little bit. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I will keep you updated on the sales, on marketing, what I think works best, what didn't work for me or doesn't work, or what I think will not work for SL. And have a great weekend. I'll be back for the 65 Linden grab sale or any videos I think of between now and the end of the weekend. Guys, love you. Bye.